Hey guys, I'm Bob. Welcome back to Modern Life for the 70's Mind. I'm doing something a little different today. As you know, normally I start out my videos with um, a look back at some older things that we grew up with. I call it Bob's Cabinet of Curiosities. I seem to have a lot of stuff piled here, so I got all sorts of curiosities we can take a look at. But today I'm going to skip that because this is a little different. I'm going to be reacting to a song that I've already heard, to an artist I am very familiar with, and to an artist that I've seen live in concert. So you ask, what am I reacting to? I did find a video that I've never seen before. So I think that qualifies, right? I think so. This song has some personal meaning to it, and that's probably why I wanted to do it and kind of just change it up for one video. I'll give you a little background. I hope my daughter doesn't mind me saying this. My mother grew up in Holland, and she grew up with a very strong music upbringing, and she just fell in love with classical music. And because of that, that kind of carried over into me. And I always learned to, I not always loved it, but I really appreciated it a lot. And when my daughter was, oh my gosh, she was young. I don't know, Jenna, maybe you could tell me what age it was, 5, 6, 7, I think. There was a song that we both heard, and we both fell in love with it. And the song is Nessun Dorma. And I'm saying that as good as I can. I'm sure I'm butchering it, but that's my best. And back then, many years ago, she said, you know what, we got to go see Sarah Brightman. And we kind of made a promise to each other that one day we would see Sarah Brightman. Well, life got in the way, and 10, 20, gosh, probably almost 30 years went by, and I just happened to be looking online, and I saw that Sarah Brightman was coming to Chicago. And my daughter lives out of state, and I called her. I'm like, do you want to fly in? Let's finally do this. So believe it or not, she was able to pull it off, and she flew in, and we got to see Sarah Brightman. There were two songs that really hit me big when I saw her. One was a song from the Phantom of the Opera, and this song. Um, it is such a powerful song, and if you aren't an opera or classical fan, this will really be the acid test if there's any chance of you liking any of this music. Because if you don't, especially if you listen to the end, if you don't like this, you just give it up and don't ever try to listen to it again because it's that good. Um, Needless to say, while she was singing this, I got goosebumps, literally the size of mountains. I glance over at my daughter because my eyes are starting to fill up with tears. I look over at my daughter and she's like crying, and it was such a special moment. And I think it's a moment that neither of us will ever forget. So this song means so much to me. Plus, I think it's a really beautiful song, and if you haven't heard it, I thought it would be wonderful to share with you. So, what I'm going to do, since I'm no vocal coach, I'm not even going to sit here and pretend to tell you her vocal techniques and if they're working or if they're not. But what I will tell you is what this song is about, since I believe it's Italian. It sounds like it. And I never knew what the song was about. So, let me give you just a little background before I start this. This is a story or an opera about a prince who falls in love with this princess and he wants to marry her. Unfortunately, I believe she wants to just basically be single her entire life and has no interest in marriage. But there is some pressure that the princess's father is feeling. So he says, tell you what, I'm going to come up with 3 riddles. If anyone can solve these riddles, you can marry my daughter. I think I don't want to say she went along with it, but it sounds like she accepted it because she figured no one would ever do it. Well, the wise prince actually solves the riddles. Oh, darn. Unfortunately, the princess still doesn't want to marry him. So the prince thinks about it and he makes an offer to the princess. He basically says, if you can figure out what my first name is before morning, you can kill me and you don't have to marry me. Not in that particular order. So you don't have to marry me. But if you don't solve it, you have to marry me and be my wife. So she accepts it. So you think He'd be a little nervous about that. So she now sets on this mission to find out with everything she can what this prince's first name is. She then declares to her subjects that there is going to be no sleep tonight until we find out his name. If you don't come up with his name, I'm going to kill you. And then I'm going to kill the prince as well. So um, there was enough documented killings that she was responsible for previous suitors that you should probably take her threats seriously. So um, the prince kind of hears what's going on, and he then starts singing this song, Nessun Dorma, which means nobody shall sleep. So he's basically quoting her, singing this Nobody Shall Sleep song. And that's kind of where this song begins. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start playing this. I'll break it probably halfway through. I'm probably only going to stop it once because I don't know if there's a lot of natural breaks in this song. At least I don't know this version. And then we'll talk about it. I'll tell you a little bit what's going on a little further. But that's kind of the background of the song, which I found kind of interesting. So here we go. Here's Sarah Brightman singing Nessun Dorma. All right, so I think this is about probably the only natural break in the song. If you've never been to a opera or a symphony, you don't realize the sounds that you don't hear in a CD. There's sounds that I don't think a CD will pick up. It's, and I can't even explain them. For those of you who have been to to see anything like classical music, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the sound of the strings that you just don't hear on a CD. So seeing this live is insane, everyone. I mean, it's just crazy how good it is. And then to hear not only her voice, but the strength of her voice behind it, it's just, you got to experience it at least once in your life. So let's recap. So the princess has threatened to kill both her subjects as well as the prince. But is the prince put off? Nope. I think, as a matter of fact, he probably loves her even more and desires her even more. So he ponders her words that no one shall sleep. But I think he's really confident that when the morning comes, he'll win. So the big part of this song is at the very end, where she sings this big note. And the note is, I have to write it down because I don't remember this stuff, is Vincero. You'll hear her sing it. I think she says it once or twice usually in the song. It's Vincero, and she sings it so loud and so strong, and that's like the top of the song. This is exactly what everyone waits for when they hear this song. They want to hear those last notes. And Vincero means I will win, I will win. So even after he's singing all these songs, the song about what she's singing, finally he finishes it with I will win. So let's do that, and then I'll recap it, and I may even let you know how the story ends. So let's go. You're going to love this. Darn right you stand up. Bravissimo. Man, I tear up just hearing that. Is that beautiful or what? Like I said, if you don't like this, you're just not cut out for classical music. So I know the question everybody's asking, so did he win? Did he win her over? Yes, he did. Apparently, the princess comes over in the morning to, and it's kind of a weird ending, she comes over in the morning to reveal that she has discovered his real name. And the name is Love. She's wrong, but she apparently, after seeing everything he's gone through and maybe the risks that he'd take, she falls in love with him, and they live happily ever after with nothing to do but dispose of the corpses that she created when she killed her subjects. So anyways, beautiful song. It's kind of fun now that I know a little bit about the meaning of what it is, because I never did in the past. And like I said, personally, this song just has, it's such an important song to me because of my daughter. So, all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If I get some good feedback, maybe I'll do another thing like this, and maybe it's just a different part of my videos. All right, if you like the videos or the content that I put out, please click the button below and subscribe to my channel and the like button. And I will be back to do some more, maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see how it goes. But until then, guys, peace out. Thank you for doing something a little different with me today. I appreciate it. You guys have a great day. Bye.